Hi everyone, this is Akash and I'll show you today how to run transmission on QNAP easily using container station. Earlier I was developing some Q packages, but those Q packages were essentially just a shell script that would create a compose file and then create this same application for you, and they were not foolproof. For some people, images were not downloading, some people PUID and GUID was not properly detected. So it's easier to do it manually with container station, but I'll make it very easy for you. Uh, so first thing we need to do is we need to find our user ID and group ID. Okay, so if you click on user, you will see the list of users. Click on the user that you use generally to log in, and you will see the user ID here. This is the user ID we need to use, and we need to also know the group ID for this. 99% of the times group ID is 100. Okay, so if you don't want to run the command, you can use your user ID that you see here and group ID as 100. But if you really want to be 100% sure, you can just SSH into your QNAP, look for SSH, enable SSH, then go to your terminal, SSH into your QNAP, SSH, your username at your IP address 10.30.30 dot, what is the IP address? 10.30.30, 171. Okay, okay, and the command is ID. That's it. You run ID, you will see that your user ID here is the same user ID that we just saw in the GUI 1000, and group ID is 100. Now this group ID, why I say this is always 100 is because QNAP ships it by factory, and by factory settings every one group is given group ID of 100. So we can safely assume that this will be 100 for everybody. Now go to container station, click on application, create an application, give it a name, and use this file. Okay, I'll tell you what we have done with this file so that you can confidently use it and not blindly copy paste. We are defining one service called transmission. The image that we are using is the official image. Container name, restart policy, PUID and group ID that we had earlier seen. Why these are important to mention here is because if I don't mention this, then this container will be created and run as root. Any folder it creates will be owned by root. So your other users might get into problems when they are trying to access that folder. This is your time zone. You can change the time zone so that your logs and everything shows proper timestamps. Volumes. Okay, this is something I have to show you. I have created a shared volume called containers data. Okay, so in QNAP, that volume can be referred to as share and then containers data. Inside that, config transmission will be created by this guy and will be mapped to config. So this is where our transmissions config will be kept. And share containers data download is where all the downloads will go. Why I don't use the current file is because QNAP sometimes might destroy it if you try to redeploy the project. This is your port mapping. 9091 on the host will go to 9091 on container. Same goes for 51413. And we just click on create and wait for it to be created. Okay, it says transmission is running. So we can access transmission on, we can see the container also, transmission is running. So you can go to 10.30.30, 171, 9091. All right. So the same address. (9091), and you see that your thing is here. We will just try to give it Ubuntu, add it, and see if this starts to download. You can see that it does. So that's all there is to installing transmission. Very easy. I'll also show you later on how to do an entire stack on QNAP where you can have sonar, radar, bazaar, jellyfin, transmission, everything working together. This is it. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to ask them in the comment box. I always reply. Thank you.